Hi Pankhurst, and welcome to your second maths lesson this week. So today is the 2nd of March 2021 and our learning objective today is can I find a quarter? So yesterday we looked at quarters, today we will be doing the same. In today's lesson we will be recapping our learning from year 2 so that we are able to find quarters of shapes, objects and quantities and explore the relationship between a half and a quarter using concrete, pictorial and abstract resources. So, as always, we are going to start off with a lesson starter. So I would like you to grab your whiteboard and your whiteboard pen or a piece of paper and a pencil and pause the screen and work out the answers to these questions. Then when you are ready, come back to my screen. Okay, great. So now, question number 1 says completing the less than, greater than, or same as signs. You need to complete this basically. So if we look at our our resources, so we've got the 100 square and we've got the 10 sticks. Let's work out how much we have. So we know this is 100 square, so that is 100. Okay, then we know these are 10s, so let's count them. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So we know that the 100 square is greater than the sticks that we have here. So we know 100 is greater than 90. So you should have used this symbol here. Okay. Now, 640 is equal to 600s and 4 10s. So now, if I write down 640 here, I am going to use my place value knowledge to work out how many hundreds that means and how many tens that means. So if I write my place value letters at the top, I know that that is correct because I have 6 hundreds and I have 4 10s. Okay, then it says write 987 in words, and this is how you should have written it, 987. Yeah, you should be using your phonics knowledge even you should be using your phonics knowledge in maths. Okay, it's not just for English, you use it in every subject to help you spell your words. Now, question number 4 says write the time in words. Now, I've got a clock here and it's showing me 1:45. And the reason I know it's showing me 1:45 is if I split this clock into 4 pieces, parts, I know that 3 is always 1/4 and 9 is always 1/4 because it's going to the next hour. Fantastic. Now, guided practice number 1. So it says share the sweets equally between 4 people. So let's count. What I'd like you to do is pause the screen now and use this bar model to complete to help you complete the answers. Okay, pause the screen now and work it out and then come back to my screen when you are ready. Okay, so at the top of my bar model, I am going to write down how many sweets they are. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So if I know I have 20 sweets, but I need to put them in 4 groups, yeah, because it's 4 equal parts. So I need to share them into 4 equal groups. How many do you think I will have? Fantastic, 5. So that's group 1, which has 5, then group 2, which has 5, then group 3, which has 5, and then group 4, which has 5. Yeah, and the best way to work this out as well is by using your multiplication and division knowledge. So if I now have 20 and I need to put them in 4 groups, I'm going to divide them by 4, okay, which gives me 5. So that's just a side note, okay, but you do not need to write that in your bar model. Now, the sweets are split into 4 equal parts because look, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Each part is worth a quarter because remember we're learning about our quarters. Okay? So each part is worth a quarter. This could be written as a quarter. Yeah? Quarter because it's 4 parts. Fantastic. Now, guided practice number 2. Can you work these out? So use the same method like you did in this guided practice with the bar model over here. Okay, so work these out. Pause the screen now and then come back to my screen when you are ready. Okay, so now it says half of 12. So if I put 12 in my bar model here and I half it, which means I divide it by 2. Yeah, remember it means dividing it by 2 because 12 half means in 2 groups. So I know if I divide 12 by 2, it gives me 6. So using your bar model, you should have grouped 12 into 2 groups, which gives you 6. Okay, now for the next one then, you know it's the same thing. So basically, it's the same thing. So now it says half of 16. Okay, so now if you halve 16, so if you do 16 divided by 2, you know that gives you 8 because 8 times 2 is 16 and 2 means half because you're putting it into groups. Okay, then you've got 20, so you know half of 20, which means 20 in 2 groups is 10. So 20 divided by 2 gives you 10. Yeah. Okay, now we're going to do the quarters. So we know quarters means 4 groups. 4 groups. So now this will be 12 divided by 4 because it means 4 equal parts, 4 equal groups. Now if I do 4 groups, yeah, you could have used this method, so it's fine. And I split 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I know each group has 3. So 1 quarter, which means 1 group of 12 is 3. Yeah, so which means it will be same here, 16 divided by 4. So what you're doing is you're getting your total and you're dividing it with your denominator. Okay, so I know 16 divided by 4 is 4 because 4, look, 4, 8, 12, 16, and I have 4 groups and I counted in 4s. Then over here, I am going to do 20 divided by 4. So divide it by the denominator, and that shall give you 5. Yeah, because look, I'm going to count it in 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 5. Yeah, so now those are the answers you should have got. So Guided practice number 3. The red mathstronaut says, I have a quarter because I have 4 marbles. Do you agree with the mathstronaut? Explain why. Okay, pause the screen now and work it out. Okay, so now if you look at this, there are 20 marbles in total, and he has circled 4. Okay, but if he has circled 4 and then he circles 4 again, 4 again, 4 again, and 4 again, that is giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that correct? No, fantastic. So the mathstronaut is actually incorrect. And he is incorrect because quarter does not mean just having 4. Quarter means 4 equal groups. Okay, quarter does not mean I have 4. Quarter means there's 4 equal groups, but the groups could have a big number in it. Okay, but the same number throughout all the groups. So let's see what the answer is. So the mathstronaut is incorrect. 1/4 means 4 equal groups, not just 4. 1/4 of the marbles over here would be 5. Okay. Yeah, if he does it this way, where he has 4 marbles, that gives me 5 equal groups, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at quarters. Quarters is 4 equal groups. So if he was meant to be doing 4, if he was doing 1/4, which is 4 equal groups, it would be 5 marbles, yeah? Like that. Okay, fantastic. So now it is your turn. So it's your time to do the independent task, and you need to choose between activity 1, 2, and activity 3. You know which activity you should be doing, Pankhurst. Okay, each and every one of you knows what activity you should be doing. It's based on what you are given in class. Then you could challenge yourself with the challenge questions. So in activity 1, you've got pictorial representations, and it says number 1 is find 1/4 of the strawberries. So you have a number of strawberries here and you need to find 1/4 of them. Then it says find 1/4 of the pineapples. So you work out how many pineapples you have and then work out what the quarter is, and same with the chocolate. Activity 2 over here says draw the bar models and complete the number sentences. So you need to do half of 16 using the bar model and then quarter of 16 using the bar model. Okay, and the same for 24. For activity number 3, you need to answer these questions. So it says, is the mathstronaut correct? Explain your answer. So the mathstronauts have different scenarios. So they're explaining something. You need to work out if they're correct or incorrect. But you need to explain your answer why. Okay? Now, for example, it says, I had 24 sweets. I ate 1/4 of them, so now I have 20 left. Is that correct? You could use your bar model to work it out. Okay. Now, these are your challenge questions here. Okay. So, for example, Sue says, I have 1/4 of 20 pounds, and she says, I have half of 12 pounds. Who has the most? So you need to use your bar model like we have been today to work out who has more. Now, once you have done your work, Pankhurst, please make sure you upload it to Tapestry for me to have a look at it, and I will see you in your next session. Have a good day. Bye.